Hey guys, what's up? So like I had mentioned in my last video, I am going away. So there are, I think, 4 anthuriums that I kind of want to give you guys an update on, just because some of them are struggling just a little bit and I think it's in dire need of a little repot. And I don't know, I figured you guys might be interested in how they're doing and if they are surviving. And for the most part they are. They look a little bit wonky. Some look a little bit wonky, but you know, I think it just needs some sprucing up. So let's go ahead and get started. I have some gloves here just because I did water them a couple of days ago, so they might be a little bit damp. Okay, and like I had mentioned, some of them definitely need to be repotted, while others just kind of look a little bit sad and need some TLC. So what I have here is orchid mix, coco coir, moss, perlite, what else? Pumice, tree fern fiber, and I think I also have some pluvial stratum as well. And I think at this point I'm really just trying to use up everything that I have that's available to me right now, because I feel like I stocked up so much in the last few years and I just don't want to purchase more stuff. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I'm having like a moment where I'm just kind of getting rid of everything that I don't want anymore or don't need. Anything that I have that's in excess of, I'm just giving them away because it's a lot of maintenance. And it's also taking up a lot of space. So let's start with this one right here. This one is my Anthurium Lux and Red Crystallinum. Pretty sure that's what it is. And it's kind of fading right now. It looks really sad, to be honest. And I think it just needs to be repotted, because look at how big the leaf is compared to how small the pot is. So let's just go ahead and pop this open. Oh yeah. Do you guys see this? It definitely needs a major repot. I actually need to kind of think about how I'm going to do this, because I don't want to lose any of its leaves. Not leaves, roots. I think I actually might need to go off camera and cut. Yeah, this is crazy. Look at this. Oh man. So it's definitely very, very root bound. Oh man. Okay, hold on. Let me get this ready. Let's see what I'm working with here. So anthurium roots are so different in comparison to philodendron roots. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed, but I find that anthurium roots are a little bit more chunkier and thicker, whereas philodendron roots I feel like are a little bit more fine and hair-like. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this right out of here. Like I said, I don't want to break the root system, break any of it, but I feel like I might have to. Where is it stuck? Here's a snippet right here. I might lose this. Okay, where else? This is actually kind of terrifying, to be honest with you. Oh boy. Okay. Maybe I have it. There we go. All right, I think I was able to preserve the roots. All of it, actually. So, here, let me move this a little bit closer. So here you are, you can see. Very, very root bound. And I'm actually kind of proud I was able to save it. one minor casualty right here. But I mean, I'll take it. It's a very minor one. All right, so this was originally, the original substrate looks like tree fern fiber, ponds, and coarse perlite. So I'm gonna go ahead, throw this in here. Just dump this in here. And then just backfill. I actually thought this plant was, I actually thought it had pests, actually. Just because the leaves started to really turn yellow, and it actually kind of looks a little bit unhealthy. So I figured sometimes it could be an issue with the root system. So that's one of the reasons why that I'm repotting this. Another reason is I want it to get as big as it can get. So I don't know if you guys have ever noticed before, but when you upsize your pot for your anthuriums, I find that it actually grows bigger. So I mean, I don't know if you guys have noticed it, but that's what I've noticed. So I'm gonna go ahead, upsize this just to see how big it's gonna get for me in the future. And I kind of need a stick. I'll be right back. All right, so now that I have my little acrylic stick here, it's gonna assist me in repotting. Funny story about this anthurium, actually. There was one week where I think my plants just underwent like major neglect. And I also think that during that time we had a shift in temperature here in Canada. So I don't know if you guys recall, but there was there was like a period in time where it was like super hot, and then it went super cold. But when it was super hot, the room up here obviously got very hot as well, because the AC and the heat was turned off. Because even though it was super hot, it was still cool enough where we didn't need to turn on the AC. But in any case, during that time, this anthurium was so dry, and I didn't know that it was so dry, that when I came up, I was like, oh my god, did something knock over my plants? It's like, it's wilting. It looks so sad. It looks like someone tipped it over and like tried to murder my plant. I was so distraught. But turned out it was just, it needed to be watered. So, note to self, this plant is very sturdy, but it definitely needs to be watered on a regular basis, or it will literally limp over. And I actually thought that I had major, like I actually thought it was full on dead, because it like totally tipped over. And when I touched the base right here of the anthurium, like the crown or whatever you call it, it was super squishy and super soft, and I really thought that I lost the plant. I really did. But it came back to life. It bounced back, which is nice. But still, although it may be resilient, it definitely gave me a scare for sure. I kind of want to bury this so that it's a little bit more upright. Maybe when I'm done, I'll just like kind of hold it up like this. I'm done with this stick anyways. Anyhow, so this is it. It's all potted up. Hopefully it's happy in its new home and continues to grow and thrive. I did already moisten my substrate. I don't know if you guys were able to tell, but I typically do this because I tend to water my plants prior to repotting, so it can handle a little bit of a little bit of dampness, I suppose. And also this was growing in ponds, so it's kind of used to the what do you call it? It's used to be like being a little bit overwatered because it was in no drainage before. So okay, I'm gonna stop messing with that. I think it's good now. Okay. Okay, this one is my Dock Block Anthurium, Zara Michelle. This is a 2nd generation crossed with the 3rd generation. This is how it's looking right now. This was the newest leaf. It looked really sad. It looks very sad. I don't really know what's going on with this plant. I feel like it could be a root thing. Like maybe it's too, like it's not happy with the substrate. So I'm gonna go ahead and dump this out. Actually, let's talk about this one because I'm going to use the pot from here. This is my Anthurium Carla. So this is the newest leaf that it's put off. It's not too bad. It's pretty dark, I would say. It's just kind of meh right now. It's not really doing anything for me. I think when like the newer leaf, when it starts to emerge this spring and summer, it's gonna look a little bit nicer. But yeah, again, I think what's going on in here is like the root. It's probably not happy with the substrate that it's in. It might be too wet. So let's go ahead and give it a little tappa tappa. No, the roots look fine. Yeah. Nice green. It doesn't have a funk. If there's root rot, there's gonna be like a funk. So there's no funk going on over here. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna go ahead and upsize the pot anyways, just to see what happens. So put that in here. Maybe it just needs to be repotted. So let's go ahead and do that. So, like I had mentioned, I am going away to Portugal. It's gonna be my first time there. And I don't know, I'm in this weird phase where I'm like excited and I can't believe I'm going, but I'm also like, there's just so much to do. And like I haven't really had a moment to, I don't know, I guess to really take it all in. Maybe I'll feel like it's real and take it all in when I'm on the plane. But right now I'm just kind of I feel like my body is just a vessel that's here, but my mind is just elsewhere because I'm still constantly thinking about work and thinking about like, you know, wedding stuff and whatnot. So there's just so much going on, but I'm really happy for this trip. It's a birthday trip that I gifted to my fiance, so it'll be our first time. We're actually heading up to Lisbon. Like, we land in Lisbon and then we're gonna head out to Lagos and see the Algarves, and then we'll boogie on up to Porto and back to Lisbon. So I'm very excited about like the very cheap wine that's out in Porto. And I'm very excited to see the caves in the Algarves. I kind of want to do like a tour. And also, I think in Lisbon, we're planning on going to Sintra to see like the castles and eat very, very good food. I just really hope that, you know, the weather is good. So I think it's nearing the end of rain season right now. So it could potentially still be, you know, gloomy, but we shall see. But yeah, this is now all potted up. So hopefully she takes and she's happy. I don't know, have you guys ever been to, any of my subscribers have ever been to Portugal? Or even if you're from Portugal, I mean, hi. I'm gonna be in your country. But yeah, if there's any like tips and tricks that you guys have, like definitely leave it in the comments. Let me know. Happy to check things out, try things. I'm always down for, you know, good food. And if there's like any botanical places that I should check out, definitely let me know. And this guy, the roots look fine too. And again, there's no weird smell. So it's fine. I think, yeah, it's even putting off like a new root right here. So I think maybe the pot was too, no, I still think the substrate itself was like too wet. Cause this kind of looks a little smushy. Kind of. Well, anyways, I'm not gonna mess around with that. Just go ahead and pot it up. What was I saying? Portugal. Yeah. I'm very excited now that I think about it and kind of sharing it with you guys right now. So like I had mentioned, we will be landing in Lisbon first at like 6-7 o'clock in the morning, and then the plan is to go straight from there to Lagos, to our hotel. I chose our first location at a hotel because I figured it's our first time, and I just, when I get there, I just want to know that everything is going to be okay. I feel like sometimes with Airbnbs, you can run into a situation where, you know, the room might not be ready, but at least with a hotel, I know it's going to be ready. So yeah, so we're actually going to be staying at, oh shoot, I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember. Why don't I remember? I should know this. Anyways, we're staying at a hotel and it's near the beach, and I think I actually found this hotel by watching other YouTubers, and this one YouTuber did stay there when she did her solo trip to Portugal. And honestly, people who do solo trips, I'm just like in awe, because I don't know, like I feel like when I was younger I did a whole lot of traveling by myself, but that was for school. Like there was a purpose. It wasn't for pleasure or leisure at all. It was strictly for school. And I feel like now that I'm older, I'm so paranoid about life that I don't know, it kind of terrifies me a little bit to do a solo trip. But I feel like maybe I should. Maybe I should do a solo trip, you know, before we have kids or what have you, because then we're really bound to being at home and being in one place. But yeah, I feel like people who do solo trips, it's just, I don't know, I'm like so impressed, because when you do a solo trip, you're like all by yourself. It's just you and the world, and you just have to figure out how to navigate and have some street smart. Yeah, street smart. Yeah, that's right. Why did it sound weird? But anyways, yeah, you have to like just know, and like know who to talk to, where to go, have some common sense. And I feel like at the end of the trip, you're just like a totally different person, because you're just experiencing things differently, as opposed to like going on a tour where it's guided, and you know, you don't really have to do the legwork in the sense that you have to figure out, okay, how do I get from point A to point B, and then from there, how do I get to where I need to be, and like you know, like I don't know, like silly things like are the restaurants going to be open at the time that you arrive? Because I know that when I went to the islands, like the Caribbean islands for school, the entire island shuts down at a certain time. So like, yeah, it totally shuts down. So shutting down meaning like the the market or the grocery store, they're closed at a certain time. The restaurants all close at a certain time. There's like some bars that are open, but I mean, if you're if you're by yourself and it's your first time, it can be a little bit scary and challenging, you know. But yeah, I just feel like people who do solo trips, just props to you guys, because it's just a totally different league of its own, I feel like. And I think more people should do solo travels because you just experience things differently and you just have like new appreciation for life, I feel. But yeah, I just totally went off topic there, I'm sorry guys. But here she is, all potted up. This was the dock block Zara Michelle, so hopefully the next time you see her she's a little bit bigger. And who else am I repotting today? This one. This one is my dark phoenix. I actually had 2 of these. One was a seedling and it didn't do so well. So then I ended up buying one that's like, you know, a little bit bigger. This is how she looks. And this is the newest leaf. I'm very impressed with it. This is just, you know, damage from changing environments. So like I said, I had purchased this from a local seller, and yeah, I think it was just going through like a change of environment. So here we are. This is acclimating to its new home with me. So I'm gonna repot it into here. Check out the roots. Oh, it's super chunky. The mix. Oh yeah, look at this. This looks perfect. So this is a very happy anthurium, dark phoenix. I'm gonna go ahead and just use this all up. I'm kind of concerned now because the mix that it was in was very, very chunky. And this mix that I have, I think might be, oh, my camera cut out there. I think that the mix that I currently have right now, I don't think it's as chunky as it's going to be used to. Because like I said, I have like perlite, pawns, and pumice in here. Like just small little particles of, not particles, small little substrate of pawns and whatnot. So it might be not chunky enough. So I hope that it's gonna be okay. Fingers crossed. If it starts to decline, I'll do an update when I'm back from Portugal and let you guys know how I failed as a parent, a plant parent. There we go. I think that's pretty much it. I think I'm almost done here. Wish I had more bark, actually, more chunky bark. Oh well, fingers crossed. And this had some moss topped on top, so I'm going to keep that the same because that's what it's used to. And I definitely do find that when you have moss surrounding the top part of the anthurium, it definitely like thrives and just grows a little bit better, which I should probably top off all of my my anthuriums with some moss, but it is what it is. Okay, things are getting expensive and I can't afford it right now. I'm going on trips and I'm planning for a wedding, so yeah, no, I can't afford it right now. Okay, here it is, all potted up. Oh, it's so pretty. I'm really proud of this plant. I'm glad that it's doing really well too. But yeah, that was all of my anthuriums. Those, or at least those are all the ones that needed to be repotted. Those are all the ones that needed to be repotted today, and that was like a quick little update for you guys. This one, it keeps leaning weird, so I'm gonna go ahead and where did it go? Okay, right. This is gonna drive me nuts. So I want it to stand up like this. Go ahead and just stake it up. There she is. All staked up now. All right. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.